So how are we feeling today, Code? Doc, I've been scrolling through too much again. Aliens, demons, data leaks, lizard politicians. I think my brain got malware from TikTok transitions.
Yeah, I'm stressed, doc. World's a mess, doc. Everybody woke, but still need rest, doc. I've been trying to meditate, but my phone vibrate. Now I'm manifesting memes at a higher rate. They say stay grounded, I'm trying to, I swear. But the floor is lava and the sky's fake air. My therapist doodling while I overshare. Ain't taking notes, just drawing poop emojis there. So tell me what's wrong, what's real, what's fake. The feet don't sleep and neither do I awake. Welcome to the session, pull up and relate. It's trauma dump time, no escape.
You are now tuned into Trauma Dumping with Code, where therapy meets the algorithm. And everybody's got issues.
You guys are listening to Trauma Dumping with RGB from the Conspiracy Chaos podcast. The first ever guest, man, to ever have on Trauma Dumping. Normally with Code, but in this case, we got RGB coming with us. Roger from Conspiracy Chaos, 1/3 of the show. Shout out to Area 51 Ant and Golfing Lefty Mike, Florida Mike.
Florida Mike.
Yeah, thanks, man, for jumping on and stuff too.
No, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. I love doing these things, especially with like just the doom scrolling aspect of it, man. You never know what's gonna pop up.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's a lot of shit going on. So
yes, there definitely is. And what I'll do is I got a wheel. I got like I'll show you. Call it my spinning wheel of death or my spinning wheel of poo. For the trauma dump. And then what I'll do is I have all these topics over here.
Okay.
And then from there I have like another screen. If I could pull that up too. Let me see. So the spinning wheel of death or the spinning wheel of the trauma dumping wheel.
Mm-hmm.
It has all these different topics. Once you spin it, it will show you the topic. Once the topic comes up, I have all of these different folders. So like follow the money, AI, psyop, time travel, audio, religious, anything and everything you could think of. I have stuff where it's like this one under info has a lot of different things in there. They're not always like the same specific topic. I couldn't think of like a specific topic for some of those videos. So I just put them under info or news or some of the other ones were like the whole truth or cover-ups. So it just depends. But
bro, you can do whole podcast episodes off of some of these folders, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. Some of them, if Hollow Earth comes up one more time, I'm removing it. It should have removed it. If it's still on there for some reason, I'm sorry, but I did like 4 episodes, and every single episode there's Hollow Earth right there.
Yeah.
So if that one pops up, I'm gonna just have to redo it. I don't want to do Hollow Earth every single episode. So
if you've done any that you've already hit the topic, we can spin to a different one. Absolutely,
for sure. And what I'll do too is like with our episode, I'll just remove them. So as soon as we spin one, I'll remove it so it doesn't pull up the same topic again.
Gotcha.
So all right, let me remove this. Cool. All right. Screen. All right, we'll go with the wheel first. Wish the wheel was a little louder or had some sort of like more exciting type of thing. Okay, so astrology symbolism. And some of them I'm like, I haven't done them in a long time, so I haven't added anything to them for a long time, so I have to scroll pretty far down.
Astrology. I was just listening to Tinfoil on my way home from an event I was at this evening, and they were talking astrology with their guest. So nice. Interesting that this pulls up again.
Yeah, I came across this one girl. We did an episode called think it was astrology and numerology, and it was pretty cool. She had like a lot of information that she came across, but maybe she's not on here. Maybe I didn't save them on this one. Okay, so here's the first video. And I like to give a shout out to the person who actually posted it too.
Yep.
It's Moorish Unity 2020. So MOORISH Unity, and then the number 2020.
Women were told to listen to their god, the Lord of the Rings. So they were wearing an ear ring. Men were to get married before Saturn, their god. So they would wear a wedding ring. Consequently, the king would be crowned before Saturn. Saturn would be the round crown or the corona, the ring. We know that Saturn was referred to as El, E-L. El is a name that was given to the planet Saturn. And therefore, if you were worshiping Saturn, you represent the law. You are referred to in church today as an elder. How did you get to be an elder? You got to be an elder because you were one of the elites. How did you get to be an elite? You got elected because through elections, all of our system is based on occult, mystical words and terms going back to the planet Saturn, going back to the Phoenician Canaanite system of banking. Women were told to listen to their god, the Lord of the Rings. So they were wearing an ear ring. Men were to get married before.
Okay, I was going over it again. I was like, what in the world?
That would, dude, Saturn comes up a lot.
Yeah. It's very that portion of it kind of threw me off because I wasn't expecting a video on different gods and stuff and different like terminology. But yeah, definitely the Saturn does come up a lot. I was even talking to my Teddy Dynamite, who does my show with Speaking Code. He's like really big into the video game God of War.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about Kratos. Well, I guess Kratos is technically Saturn. Is that right?
I'm not sure.
I think Saturn, and then he's also like, so like Kratos is the Greek mythology.
Yep.
Saturn is the like Roman mythology.
Okay.
And then you have like Norse, and you got a bunch of other ones and stuff too. But I'm pretty sure that Kratos in Greek mythology was technically like Zeus's dad. He was like a Titan, and they have like all of these. If you looked at like the genealogy or like the family tree of like gods and like demigods from Norse or from Greek mythology, like I almost want to say like the Titans would almost be considered like the fallen angels, and then Zeus and like all those gods like Poseidon and Hades and all those ones, those were like offspring from the Titans, which I think could have potentially have been like the fallen angels. So they were like lesser than, but still powerful because they were like full god, I guess, where then they started having like other children later, which with humans, or they started losing their mortality. They ended up becoming like demigods, like what is that guy's name? Perseus or something like that. And I think Hercules, but I think Hercules was like a different scenario or something too. So that was just random, not useless facts.
Dude, yeah, I got to start looking into that more because like the old like Romans and the gods and stuff like that, because that's one part of conspiracies and history that I'm not too well versed on. So I gotta dive into that a little bit. But what was interesting in that video too, that we don't realize a lot, is when he was mentioning, L, and
yes,
we get elected, and everything with the L in it that he was mentioning is elders, like all elite. That stuff. Elite. That means you're an elite. Like they're spelling, like they call it spelling. Like words mean a lot more than we think in culture and the messages that the elites are giving off to us. That I think we overlook. Like they tell us what's going on, we just don't know the language. If that makes sense.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, it's like there's always like a play on words. Like they'll always have like something meaning something different, and it's like, I feel like there's so many examples. Like, Ra and El were two different Egyptian gods. So it's like, I wonder if that El has if he in the Egyptian theology or Egyptian mythology or whatever, if they're connected as well. But I don't know. Me personally, I always turn it into like the fallen angels and stuff other than the actual gods. Because then I feel like that it almost seems more attainable knowing that they did exist from that way instead of just being like an actual myth.
Yeah. I do like the fallen angels and the Anunnaki theory and
Yep.
The Watchers and all that. I do get into that a little bit, but not really like the Roman gods and all that stuff. So like when people bring that up, I'm sitting there kind of clueless. Yeah. Like when you're talking, like I was obviously listening, trying to learn what you were mentioning and stuff. But for me, a lot of it's like, damn, I got to dive into that one.
Yeah, Teddy Dynamite loves that kind of stuff, and I think Swank does too. But Teddy Dynamite will read books on it. Like he'll get books that are not even mythology related, but they might have some sort of like intertwining backstory to it and stuff. And he always loves listening to those. Hey, stop it!
A lot of that stuff ties right back in. Like it all usually one way or the other. Everything ties into, everything. It all just loops back around in a big circle in the conspiracy world.
Yep. No, definitely. Well, you ready for this next one?
Let's see what we got. Spin that wheel.
Cool. And I removed it just so it doesn't pop up anymore.
This is great, man. I love how organized and shit you got this. This is super dope.
Thanks. I was just bored with it one day, having fun. Oh my gosh!
What'd you get?
Kidding me?
Skip that. You're stuck on that one.
Yeah, I'm removing this one. I think I have one more actual like Hollow Earth video, but I'm like, I didn't want to go through all of them on one. My first 4 episodes, I only have 4 videos of it. I didn't want to go through every single one of them.
They're all cooked. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, spread it out. All right, do this again.
We talked a little bit Hollow Earth with our upcoming guest Matt Lane. It was really good.
Nice.
Really cool episode.
I actually had Matt here in person. I just released the shorts and clips from that episode. I think they all came out today and tomorrow. I think they're dropping.
Perfect.
But okay, so this one is Follow the Money, and I have Follow the Money. I have 2 different ones that are Follow the Money. I think one's called Laundry, like money laundering.
Yep.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, Matt's story. Well, the message he's trying to get out. We actually had the guy's wife popped on the episode for a couple minutes as well. So really
no way.
Yeah, it was a really fucking good episode. I'm gonna try to connect Matt with some people I know in the bigger conspiracy podcast world because I think he's got a story that needs to be told.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he about like the water and stuff.
Yeah. Super cool, man.
This video I've seen before. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's pretty good.
Let's see what we got.
All right.
How much does Greece owe, Roger? $367 billion. Correct. And who do they owe it to? Mostly to the other European economies. Correct. How much does Ireland owe? $865 billion. Correct. And who do they owe it to? Other European economies, mostly. Correct. How much does Spain and Italy owe? $1 trillion each. Correct. Who to? Mainly France, Britain, and Germany. Correct. And how are Germany, France, and Britain going, Roger? Well, they're struggling a bit, aren't they? Correct. Why? Because they've lent all these vast amounts of money to other European economies that can't possibly pay them back. Correct. So what are they going to do? They're going to have to bail them out. Correct. Where are they getting the money to do that, Roger? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that one. How much does Portugal owe? Hang on a minute. What was the answer to that earlier question? Just keep answering the questions, Roger. Where is Portugal going to get the money it owes to Germany if Germany can't get back the money that it lent to Italy? Just a minute. What was the answer to the previous bit? The question was, How can broke economies lend money to other broke economies who haven't got any money because they can't pay back the money the broke economy lent to the other broke economy and shouldn't have lent it to them in the first place because the broke economy can't pay it back? You're wasting very valuable time, Roger. How much money does Spain owe to Italy? $41 billion, but where are they going to get it? Correct. What does Italy owe to Spain? 27 billion, but they haven't got it. They're broke. Correct. Best of luck. Thank you. How much?
I just thought that was hilarious. It's
That's
almost like a
awesome. The moment it clicks in his head, like, yeah, what? How's this gonna work?
yeah. And that the video is by _a_lizard. So if you guys want to throw that person a shout out or a like or follow, feel free.
Oh yeah, that's I'm gonna look him up. That was funny.
Yeah, I like to try to give some of these people credit because it's like, especially if I'm using their videos to get a laugh or share some of this information, I feel like this is a way that we can slowly wake people up. And I want to do this with people that aren't a part of the conspiracies. So that way it's like, hey, let's just spin the wheel and see where we go. And then they can ask questions as we go or once they figure it out themselves, you know?
Well, you're going to have people who aren't conspiracy theorists on?
I wouldn't mind, especially because I was talking with I think Catalyst. He was mentioning it one time where he was saying like there's going to be people that we're going to try to wake up, and it's like gets to the point where some people just get sick of trying to wake people up, especially if they know that they're not going to. And I'm at it where it's like I feel like it's still good enough to throw out some breadcrumbs or throw out some seeds and see if it grows, see if it doesn't. Because I mean, I feel like you have Ant, who's the skeptic on your show, and he's coming around to this stuff, I think, a lot faster than people that aren't even woken up to it. So I feel like everybody has their
dude, at 6, 7 in the morning, I'll get like Instagram videos and clips. So we have our chaos chat where we were doing something not obviously as organized as what you got going, but like we were pulling up some of the stuff we just posted on our feed and doing these reviews. And I'm looking, I'm like, half of these are from Ant. Like me and Mike said a couple, but Ant was like on a deep dive for a while, but like a lot of stuff to him too. Sometimes we get off air and he's like, you guys really think that happened? I'm like, me and Mike here both like, yeah, but he's still that skeptical where he still questions stuff. But then like, I think he is coming around to a lot faster than I thought he would too. So it's fun though, because I don't mind the pushback sometimes, you know?
Yeah. And it's kind of nice to like know that it's not an echo chamber. You can have people with differing opinions that could still be friends and still have fun conversations. And you could agree to disagree, or you could be like, hey, you know what? I came around. That stuff kind of opened my eyes to certain things.
Yeah. One of my best friends and I are total opposite on like the political views and side of things. But when we get together, none of that matters. You know what I mean? Like we just know not to talk about it. And like the one time he did bring it up, I was agreeing with something he said, and he was still like yelling at me. I'm like, bro, and like it was me, him, and a couple other people in the room. And his fiance goes, "You know he's agreeing with you, right?" He's like, "Whoa," and he's just still like so overwhelmed. I'm like, bro, why are you getting so angry? I go, look what they're doing, man. Like they're trying to get us all mad. Like this is exactly what they want. He goes, well, I'm like, I agree with everything you just said. I go, I get it. And then he finally calmed down. And later in the night, he's like, dude. He goes, I don't know why I got so worked up. I was like, because you're just so, they want your emotions stirred up, man. Creating that energy, dude. People got to see that.
Yeah. I was listening to somebody recently, and it was just like, they were just making so many valid points. Oh, that's what it was. You ever heard of Julian Dory? He has like a very popular podcast out of New Jersey and stuff.
Yeah, I see him on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, like I almost follow his stuff because I feel like he's not left or right. I feel like he's pretty in the middle, but pretty in the middle nowadays is like slightly to the left or slightly to the right. There's no like, and if he's slightly to the left, I don't mind. Like as long as he's not crazy pushing out nutcase agendas and stuff. But he had this woman on named Elizabeth Lane, no relation to Matt Lane. Not that I know of, maybe they are related, but she's from Georgia, the country, and she was born there, grew up there, and then came to the United States and grew up here. But she was explaining to him about like World War II, like Julian Dory's like a really big history buff. Like listening to him, he knows so much about history, which was really cool, especially during like war times. And she kind of like opened his eyes to certain things. And for him, he was almost like getting very offensive. Like
Mm-hmm.
not even mentioning Hitler. They were talking about like Stalin and stuff and communism. And he was like, "So you're saying that Stalin was a good guy?" And she goes, "No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying what you guys have been told in America is that Stalin was the worst person alive, at that time, and this and that." And she kind of like explained like other people and their scenarios and situations. And she started asking like, "Well, do you know about Russian history?" And he was like, "Yeah, actually, I do." And he just started rattling off like, I think from the Tsar that they took out all the way to Putin, pretty much. Like he knew almost every single leader of Russia during those times, which was insane. And then she started like filling him in with stuff. And then at the beginning of the episode, he like even says like it's almost like a just a preview to the episode, like the intro starts. He's like, "I just want to stop this podcast for a second and I just want to humbly apologize to you. I feel like I'm not giving you the I'm letting you talk, but I'm almost interrupting you, trying to disagree before you can even make your entire point." He goes, I've never done that. I feel like I'm having a bad, like, this isn't a good day for me. And she's like, no, you're fine. Like, she didn't take offense to it at all. And, but she was giving him a lot of pushback, which was cool to see because not too many, you never see him really, the videos that I've seen, you never really see him argue with people. So
Right.
when he was arguing with her and then she was pushing back and like, no, look into this. This is what you are being told, and this is the history that you're believing. That doesn't mean that's 100% correct. And he changed his mind on a few things, and he actually like opened his eyes up to some of the situations and topics. I thought was really cool to
Yeah.
like
I know the
respect
episode I
people.
watched with him was the Julian Dory was the Reaper with that CIA or the
John
sniper.
Kirikaku. Oh, sniper.
They call him the Reaper. Black dude, dreads.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Glasses, cool. He's been on Sean Ryan before and other things. He's
Yeah.
That's how I came across Dory. But yeah, he goes. I mean, that is cool, super cool to see when you get the pushback, man, because you need that, and for him
Yeah.
to appreciate the pushback, like that's the thing. We have to be able to have a conversation. We can't just keep screaming at each other because it's not going to get anywhere. We have to we have to figure out a way to have a conversation and push things in the right direction because all this negative energy. And after listening to Treble more and more, man, the concrete jungle thing and that theory just kind of makes sense of keeping that negative energy just in there. And that's kind of what they want, man. That's why they want these 15-minute cities and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if everything's concrete, how are you going to ground yourself? If there is some sort of frequency or there is some sort of current or energy that we get by walking in bare feet on bare ground, it's like if everything's covered up with concrete, it's like you're not going to be able to get it. And like one thing too, I noticed even not even like the concrete jungle of New York, but like even LA, like when I was living out there, they started paving over all of the medians. And all the medians had like a lot of grass or they had trees. Then they started paving over it and they're like, there's nowhere for the shade to happen. You can't like walk somewhere where it's actually cooler on your feet. And it's like, this is how they're creating their agenda of keeping things hot and saying that we can't do anything about the weather, but that was like a small little one. I don't know if that's even true, but it felt a lot hotter.
You never
knowing that
know, though. You never know. That could be the reason. And knowing the guys that are paving the roads over don't know that. They're just told to go pave the roads, So it's just, it's messed up.
All right. Well, we are going to spin the wheel. This is the third one, right?
Yep.
All right. Ooh. Oh, Anunnaki.
Hey.
I have Ancient Aliens too, or Ancient Angels, but that's a different one.
Todd Cave, shout out Todd.
Yeah. And the other thing too, it's like with that's what I was going to say. The other videos we were showing, there was no music behind it, and everybody just kind of discussed everything, so we didn't really even have to break the video down at all, which is kind of easier. So some of them, if you ever want to too, like if some of these videos are really long, we could always watch them offline and then just learn about it and then discuss it on another show or something too. Or if I have a bunch of different documentaries by Sean Hibbler.
Yeah, Hibbler's the man, dude. I want to try to get him on.
Yeah, we talked to him on the White Rabbit podcast with Catalyst Jones. Yep. He had him on as a guest right after, like literally like 3 days after he released his documentary on Amazon Prime called Climate Trails.
Okay. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. So, and I have a bunch of his documentaries into stuff too. So like if you ever want to do like a watch along, or like we could watch one and then just do a whole episode just based off of like what we just watched on his stuff.
I wouldn't mind doing that. There's definitely a couple episodes with his stuff that we could break down some. He does really good work and puts out some real good content.
Yeah,
I would definitely do that. We could do one of the flat Earth ones or chemtrail one, whatever. He also did like a Michael Jackson one too, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I haven't. I
think he did like a Neverland one, saying how Michael Jackson actually wasn't a.
Yeah.
So
cool. Well, I will play this video. All right, let's see what this says. It was because many of them. I'll just.
Another crazy.
It was because many of them made you believe they were gods and allowed you to worship them, that the entire basis of religion was created on your planet. You wouldn't have it if it wasn't for their existence in your lives back then, about 500 to 300,000 years ago. When open contact actually does occur, one of the gifts you will be given is what you might think of as your true history on Earth. All of it. All the missing pieces. Everything. And then you will get to decide which parts you relate to and how you can allow yourself to be the people that you prefer to be, that would be representative of the kind of people that would have been created by the true history. That is in alignment with who you truly are. That's what we mean by true history. Not that there is only one history that is true, but that it is the history that is true for who you prefer to be. It was because...
And that one was by Awaking Force. That was their Instagram.
That's a cool video right there.
Yeah. I like these, and I have too much fun saving them and like watching videos. When people send me videos and stuff, I'm like, oh, I'll save this for another time. And for a while, I was trying to organize them, and I was going to start downloading every single one. And I'm like, dude, I don't have enough terabytes for the videos that I have. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense for me to save them. I just was like, please don't let my Instagram get killed, because then I lose everything. But I'm like, worst case scenario, I have the wheel. I could just Google stuff or find stuff on my own.
Right. But that's a interesting one, because, you know, do we have religion just based off the Anunnaki? Like, is that just where our religion comes from, or was there actually a God? Like, we don't really know the stories. Do you think the answers to all those like religious questions are hidden in the Vatican?
Are hidden?
Yeah, like it locked in the vault of the Vatican, like who the Anunnaki actually were, the Book of Enoch, the Watchers. Do you think all the answers to that stuff are in the Vatican locked away?
Man, it'd be so cool if it was.
I know, right?
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know what they have there. Maybe they have like their blueprints on how they set everything up and how they get everything running, you know? Like, I just heard something about like Constantine and how they were like, he was the one that created Christianity, but that wasn't the case. It was like all these that I guess there's a guy named Nathan Apfel or Apfel. I just watched a video on him. He did a episode with Sean Ryan, and then he ended up doing one with Julian Dory too. But he talks about how like the churches is like a business. Him and this guy named Tommy G, he's on like YouTube. They did like I think they did like a 6-part series, but I haven't been able to find the series. I only found like one episode where they go to like Kenneth Copeland's house, who is like this mega church pastor.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he kind of explains like how the mega churches and stuff are like they always preach they call it prosperity gospel, where it's like, hey, you need to tithe and you need to give so many percentage of your money, and if you don't have any money, you should still give it, because then there's going to be more prosperity and you're going to get more money and you're going to become rich just like me. And it's like, but none of these people that seem to be a part of like those type of churches are the ones that are getting the benefit of getting
Right.
rich, not as rich as the main guy.
Yeah, not the guy who's, the pastor who's pulling up in a Bentley.
Yes. Yeah. They said that I think they said that Kenneth Copeland is like worth like $750 million. And they're like, with all of the Christian churches that are like all of them combined, and all of the people that donate or give some sort of money to a church. And I'm not saying that it's bad giving money to a church. I mean, especially if you know that it's going somewhere good.
Sure.
I mean, the church that I go to, it's like they'll show you like they'll do like an audit, and they'll show you like, hey, this is how much money that we got last year. This is where it went to. Like my church will pass out like thousands of pounds of food every Wednesday night. Or they'll do like these events. Like we did one, I think, oh man, I think not this past Thanksgiving, but the one before, we passed out so many turkeys, and like these grocery stores were donating the turkeys to us to be able to hand out. And I think we handed out close to like, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 15,000 pounds of food.
That's
and
awesome.
It was just insane. And it's like some people are in need, and some people will get that need by asking, but then there's other people that don't need it, and they're still going just because they know that they could get something for free.
Right.
It's like, but then there's also people like, there were people there that will pull up with like a Cadillac Escalade, and people were giving them crap like, hey, look at this lady, she's pulling up and she's rich, she's got this Cadillac Escalade. And I'm like, who knows, maybe she won that in the divorce. And maybe she's not, that's all she has, like she's trying to put food on the table for her kids. And it's like, hey, if we're offering it, take it, like,
right.
If we're not doing an audit on you, we're just, hopefully you have a good heart if that's the case and you're not taking from other people.
Yeah.
But but that Nathan guy goes around and he does like audits on churches. He's like, pretty much like, where's the money? Why are you worth this much? Why do you have so much liquidated funds? Like, why is your accountant your lawyer? Like, how does a church have an accountant, but how do they also have a lawyer? And why is your accountant a lawyer? And then also they would do something where they ordained him. So the lawyer at the church is the pastor's lawyer and attorney, and they made him ordained. So then that way he could get tax funding too, or tax.
Yeah.
It was insane, and it's just like it rubs me the wrong way, because I know that there's so many people out there that have a good heart, that do have faith and stuff, and do that kind of stuff. But then you got other people that are like, look at this freaking turd, look at this guy, and he's stealing from people that need it. And it's like, I see why they're mad. I see why people would turn away and not want to be a part of that if that's the case. So I don't know. Sorry, random rant.
All good. But no, it's true though. You're spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on, man.
And then we'll spin the wheel. And if there's any topic you want to do, just let me know. Like I could pull up any video from any topic.
No, we're good. This is fun.
Cool. Let's see. Hollow Earth. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this one is laundry, and this was my follow the money for this one.
All right.
So, like I said, I had two different ones. I'm going to have to try to find this one real fast. Sorry, I feel like I'm doing like a lot of back and forth.
It always leads to the money, man.
Yep. Follow the money and you'll find.
I've noticed lately too on Chaos, a lot of guests we've had on it. A lot of conversation keeps coming back to the railroads.
The railroads?
The railroads. And if you listen, I don't want to say the name on the episode here, but if you go back to listen to Tinfoil Hat episode 314, there's a lot of answers about all the railroads and who's calling the shots. Family starts with, it's the P family is what I like to call it.
Yes.
And there's ties to the railroads. A lot of guests, I'm sitting there and they bring them up, and we had Heidi Love on. She brought up the railroads. Who else recently brought them up? Someone else. I think Matt Lane brought them up. There was someone else who recently brought. We were talking about something, and Matt brought them up. There's been like numerous guests over our past, I'd say, 10 episodes who mentioned the railroads, and it's always boom, boom, boom comes back to it, and it's very, very interesting. There's something up. Something up.
Yeah. Did Heidi talk to you guys about the orphan trains?
No, we didn't do an orphan train episode. She's gonna come back on. We're gonna do an orphan train, and then we were also gonna talk about
the Cabbage Patch Kids.
No, there was something else we were gonna talk about because we did her Mormon cult and all that, but was it her family, her family history. She's a steward.
Oh.
She's a steward, one of the elites, and ties to the royal family and stuff. So we were gonna come on, and she slickly told us at the end of the episode, like of her who she was, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And if you watch it on YouTube, you can see me and Mikey were kind of like looking on our computers or whatever when she was talking, and yeah, exactly. We're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I said, if you're comfortable with it, she goes, yeah, I'm actually working on something, so I'll do that presentation. So we're going to set her back up to come back on and talk about that. But yeah, the Cabbage Patch one's super cool, and the Orphan Train, I've been doing some research on the Orphan Train the Orphan Trains as well, and that kind of ties into what the hell's going on just now and Epstein and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. When you mentioned trains, I honestly, first thing I thought of was like East Palestine, Ohio, over here. Mm-hmm. It was like the train derailments, and then there was like multiple train derailments. They like picked up all the soil and all the stuff from the chemicals, put it in another train, and started taking it. And then all of a sudden, like the bridge came down, and all of the junk and like contaminated dirt and soil all went into a river. So you're like, oh my gosh, they're just doing all this stuff on purpose.
But I mean, the playbook, man. They have a playbook. They're running their plays. They're setting it up for reasons. What the reasons are, I don't know. But none of it makes sense, man. None of it makes sense. It's just wild times we're living in.
Yeah.
But let's follow the money.
Yes. This one is by Quiver Quantitative. I don't know how to say it. QUIVER QUATITATIVE. I think that's what that says.
That's close enough. Construction.
I don't wear glasses. Yeah. All right. And this one is Laundry from Follow the Money Part 2.
Follow me down the rabbit hole of how I figured out a senator thinks he's above the law and there's nothing you or I can do about it. I got a tip the other day telling me I should look into a bill in Congress right now called S4090. This caught my eye because what the bill effectively wants to do is add regulations to the sale of vitamins and supplements, which would essentially make it illegal to sell any that don't comply with a costly approval process. And if cheap, over-the-counter vitamins are outlawed, it's easy to see how pharmaceutical companies would stand to benefit. The reason I'm telling you this is that the main sponsor of the bill is Senator Richard Durbin from Illinois. And of course, the first question in my head when I read the bill was, has he bought any pharmaceutical stocks recently? Because if he did, it would be a clear conflict of interest, right? But after a good 30 minutes of looking, I couldn't find a single stock transaction that he's reported. Now, this is weird because the law clearly states that if you're in Congress, you have to disclose any financial transactions above $1,000 within 45 days. Eventually, I figured out that Richard Durbin, who, mind you, has been a senator for 10 years now, has yet to file a periodic stock trade disclosure once. And it's not like he's not trading. He files annual financial reports, and in them, I can see him moving hundreds of thousands of dollars around. But as far as posting them regularly, like the law says, he has never done it once. I've tried reaching out to his office and the people who work for him, but haven't received a single reply. So if you take away anything from what I said, it's this. We don't know if Richard Durbin is going to benefit if he gets the bill passed financially, but we should have the right to know. And the fact that he's blatantly disregarded financial laws for over 10 years and nothing has happened should concern every American. Follow for more, and thanks for watching. Follow me down the rabbit hole.
Jeez.
It's another one. He took a page out of Pelosi's playbook.
Yeah. I wish I would have known about that app that followed her a long time ago. That would have been good.
where you follow her moves, right?
Yeah. You're like, oh, I want to do exactly what she does. You're like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Man.
That's what they do, though, man. They pass these bills. They set it up for themselves or their friends, and they just keep passing them on, passing the buck, dude. That's how it works.
Yep.
Bill
Yeah,
S40 and 90.
Yeah, I almost want to look into it now.
And then I am right now. And then the other one is, speaking of Watch the Money, with the whole thing in Minnesota going on right now with the Nick Shirley situation. I mean,
yeah.
Now he's going into transportation places.
Yep.
That money's allegedly going to, and there's like storefronts, and like there's some places have nothing there. There's just a couple Somalian dudes sitting in there, like a thrift shop. So,
yes, I think I did see that. There was like a bunch of shirts hanging up and jackets behind them. Yeah, they're like, I'm here for the travel agency. Could that have been it?
Yeah, okay. There's a transportation, looking for buses or something. Or like a medical transportation for, he's like, oh, I'm looking for transportation for my grandfather or something. Like, no transportation. One place was a bar.
Yeah.
It's wild. The poor kid's got to have security with him, everything else. And not for nothing, he's 23 years old. The cahoon is on this kid, man. Like, to be out there doing, there's a 23-year-olds who are doing a lot less productive shit what that kid's doing, man. He's out there finding this stuff out, getting the message out there. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's already spoken in front of the president. He's been on all these major platforms. Like, he's doing big things as a 23-year-old. I think, got to get his flowers while he can.
Yeah. And he was asking somebody, he's like, what's wrong with noticing fraud and bringing awareness to it? And they were like, well, it's the type of fraud that they're doing. And you're like, wait, what? And it's almost like, well, you're going after these type of people. And you're like, no. This has nothing to do with who's doing it. It's fraud. And I honestly think, man, like if they can crack down on this, it shows the American people that they do in a way care. Now, granted, it is going to be very minuscule amounts of money compared to fraud that's probably funding like black site operations and all that other nonsense. But it's like it's give us crumbs, give us something. It's like, if you're not giving us anything, we want arrests, we want something. And it's like, if you're not giving us anything, that's where it's like defeating. But at least if they're
not gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just like the Epstein stuff. No one's gonna get in trouble. Maybe honestly, in this situation, Tim Walz gets thrown under the bus because he just stepped down. But I don't think it goes any further. And that was the interview he was doing was on CNN, and he talked about it, and he's like, I did it on purpose. And he goes, I knew what part that what they were going to edit to make me look like I was saying what I was saying. He goes, they didn't want to they wouldn't allow him to have his cameras rolling or something else too, but they filmed it anyway, kind of thing. So he has all the footage. Kid's crazy, man. That kid's absolutely nuts. I would, at 23, I didn't even know what was going on in the world, let alone go do all this,
I just moved out at 23 to California. I was like, oh, what am I doing with like $700 to my name? I definitely wasn't good at any of that financial stuff or even knowing what to look for.
Just
I could have been
for
fraud.
The best. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I think this might be the last video, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, let's roll.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, facts. Okay. And I think I have two different fact ones too.
What do we got for facts? What's this one all about?
It's probably stuff that people would consider conspiracies, but if they've been proven factual.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming. I don't really remember. If I can find it. It's the further I scroll down, the less I've added to it. So it's probably like I have false flags, but then I also have like psyops. Like that could be its own. They could both be together at the same time. What am I looking for? Facts, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, it's all the way at the bottom. Oh my gosh, did I not have
deleted facts and not hollow earth?
yeah, like let's see. Did you know disassociative? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. This is random facts you didn't know. This is by Nexus Obscuro, NEXUSOBSCURO. It looks like it's a UK account. And this is like some of these videos were posted like 2000 and freaking 23 or 2020, 2021, 2022, like mostly 2023 because you were able to like actually not get banned for posting videos and stuff. So, and some of these videos that I have saved, I've sent them to friends and then all of a sudden they're like gone, like in the conversation and stuff. I'm like, I don't know what happened to the video. It was perfectly fine when I sent it to you and it must have got banned. It's like, I don't know why. There was nothing wrong with it.
It's just gone. It's not even this message disappeared. It's like gone, right?
Yeah. And sometimes they'll say like, now what they'll do is they'll say that the video was deleted by the user, but what that means is their account probably got taken down.
Right.
But they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to be like, we shadow banned this dude because he was posting this realistic stuff that we didn't want people to know about.
I had one on Erica Kirk. I sent it. I know for a fact I sent it to the crew. I sent it to the crew. I sent it to my regular homies. Like, it was a good video. And we were talking about on the podcast, and I couldn't, dude, it was like the day of, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, I know I hit send on this. Like, because we talked, like, one of my buddies watched it, and we commented about it. And I seen the comments in there, but the video was just gone. Just gone.
Jeez.
Really interesting stuff.
Random facts you didn't know. We are all guilty of the last one. You can always see your nose, your brain just ignores it. People born in December are more likely to live past 100. Michael Jackson's autopsy report remains sealed and unavailable to the public until of this day. In the United States, any ransom payments you might make to a kidnapper are tax deductible. Did you know that TikTok knows who has a crush on you? Your secret admirer is the first person that pops up when you click share, then WhatsApp. People mix left and right but not up and down. Halloween is the day with the most missing kid reports. Only 1% of people get it right. Try typing your name with your eyes closed. The average person spends about 25 years of their life asleep. When you talk, you don't hear your real voice. That's why you find it weird when you hear a recording of your voice. It's been proven following me makes you smarter every day. Random facts you do.
That's probably why I never shared that video.
That's
we
true.
can do a bonus one if you want.
You can run one more.
All right. Like, that one sucked. I didn't like that one at all. All right. Let's see. It'll be like flat earth. I'm like, no. Or hollow earth. Ooh, okay. Symbolism and music.
Yeah.
This one's a good one. Watch it play the music. I'm like, no. All right, let me see. Symbolism and music.
You gotta end on a good one. We can't end on orange peels.
Yeah. Okay, this one I do have a ton of. Like, I could do it. I could easily just do an episode only on on some of these specific topics.
Yeah, man. It's music industry is wild. We were talking about this the other night too. I forget with who. All the Occult Rejects. We had them on last week. So we were talking about just how crazy the music industry is. Jay-Z, Beyonce. Like, if you guys really think about it too, Jay-Z didn't really blow up. Like, he was known, but he didn't blow up until he got with Beyonce. And then now we look, and all these other musicians are thanking Beyonce every time they win awards.
Yep.
So something's up with that.
No, he's so strange. I feel like he would always talk about how he would write, or he wouldn't write his music. He would just memorize it. He would just remember. And it's like, oh my gosh. To me, that was like the first time I ever considered, like, when I heard something like that, I'm like, they're like, he's that good. He doesn't even have to write anything down. And I'm like, man, that just sounds like some sort of possession to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. My mind goes that way. Like,
that was when he did that Fade to Black documentary came out. That's when,
really?
That's when he started talking about that, because I forget, it might have been 99 Problems. And they show him sitting there, and he's like, play that beat back. And he's sitting there, and he's doing little things with his hands and bopping his head. And then he just walks in the studio, puts the headphones on, and spits the whole track. And like, they show the whole thing like happening in like real time. And it's like, that's either an extreme talent, like, you know what I mean? Like, some people might be able to do that, but to do it to that level of skill is in that fast was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. So yeah, I could see some type of possession or going to the dark art side of things.
Yeah.
And he's really blatant about it too. He wears the 5-star medallion that represents like Boule type stuff. And all that.
And then he did something else too recently. I saw. Oh, he used to have a clothing line called Do What Thou Wilt. That's like an Aleister Crowley thing.
Yeah.
Do you know who Aleister Crowley was?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know he had another clothing brand though besides the Rockefeller stuff.
Yeah, he had like a shirt that said like "Do What Thou Wilt," which is pretty much Crowley's whole thing. But I definitely want to get a Call Rejects on. Now, was it him and his chick, or was it just him by himself?
It was him and the headless skeleton, or the headless giant came on.
Okay, I don't know who that is either. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, I know they roll pretty deep, so
that's cool.
We got two of the crew on. Gonna try to get back on, mix it up. That's a cool thing, man. Is you can talk so much stuff in a short period of time that it's cool that you can always bring the guest back on and continue the conversation.
Oh, 100%. Now this video might actually have like the music from Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I'll play it. We could listen to it and stuff, and then we could even break it down, because if it's going over what she's talking about, then I can't play it at all in the video. But it looks like Sam Tripoli, the Tinfoil Hat podcast, actually posted this, and it was reposted by XG, but it's Kate Baumann _ so it's like KATEBAUMANN _ so that's who the chick is.
Let's see what XG reposted here.
Yeah, they're like, what were you talking about?
Ever actually listen to the lyrics of the song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh yeah, I remember when he posted.
Which was, keep in mind, written almost 25 years ago.
So it says cybersecurity FBI head: China has stolen more U.S. data than every other nation combined. Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation. So I don't know if that's part of the lyrics. And I'll cut this out too, but I'll just try to cut out what the lyrics are, or the song as it's going. And then it says, little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotations, and it's Greta Thunberg. It's almost like they're predicting everything that's happening now.
Right.
Then it says, it's the edge of the world and all of Western civilization, and it looks like a huge city with all of the almost like the apocalypse, all these the fire coming down from the sky onto the city.
Yeah.
And it says, the sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. But it has like the actual picture of the firmament where it's like the biblical firmament with like the water above and the water below.
Shit. Damn.
Yeah. And it says, pay your surgeon very well to break the spell of aging. But it's got a picture of, I don't know which one that is. Is that one of the
Kylie, I think.
And then it looks like Kim on the bottom, but it's like a before and after picture when they were a little kid, and then after when they get all their surgery and they look like an Egyptian goddess, where before they just look like a normal kid off Disney.
And then even the mom right now, you see her, she looks like she went back 20 years in age. She looks like because of the surgery.
Did you hear something about Caitlyn Jenner going back?
No, really?
Or is that a lie? I don't know. One of my friends mentioned it to me at work, and I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not. He showed me a post. But it was a picture of him like before he transitioned or before when she was Bruce.
That's a crazy one, just because of how athletic and like winning all that, like just being such a jock and stuff like that, to transition at such a late age and everything else. That's the Kardashian curse, man.
Yeah. And it says, celebrity skin is this your chin or is that war you're waging? So it's all about like the
time.
All having like these surgeries and stuff to make themselves look better. These butt implants.
Yeah.
And then space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement, and it looks like it looks like space, but they're all underwater, like it's a space station, or they look like they're in outer space, but everybody has like one of those scuba gear tanks on.
Yeah.
Which I believe it. And Cobain, can you hear the spheres singing songs off station to station? I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that means. It says, and Alderon's not far away. It's Californication. It says, Alderon, if everyone needed an example of the irredeemable evil of the Empire.
Station to station, meaning from the space station to space station. Is that Buzz Aldrin's?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Not far away. It's Californication.
And this is look no further than the shattered remains of Aldrin, eh? Yeah, maybe that's Aldrin is Buzz Aldrin, but it's also like a location.
Huh.
Like I wonder if it's like a mythological place or something, or like maybe like some like in one of those books or Lord of the Rings. I'm not sure. Then it shows Bill Gates, and then shows like another picture underneath where it says you'll own nothing and be happy, but it says born and raised by those who praise control of population. So it's like he definitely wants population control.
Oh yeah, he talks about it way too much.
Yeah, and then the whole you'll own nothing and be happy, that's Klaus Schwab or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, everybody's been there, and I don't mean no vacation.
Everybody's been there.
Oh, the island. The island.
Shit, everybody's been there, and I don't need no vacation. Yeah.
That makes sense. That's nuts.
Wow, putting it on blast back then.
Yeah. Jeez. Wow. That was a cool one. Yeah. I mean, at least we were able to break it down a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
I'll edit all those out just so, like, just us talking.
No doubt. That's pretty cool, man. That was now I'm gonna actually go re-listen to that song and read the lyrics while I'm listening to it, because it'll make more sense to. I remember seeing that video a long time ago.
Yeah.
Those are good ones though, man. She does good.
And it wasn't anything that was removed, which is nice, because usually the good ones get removed.
Yeah.
So at least it's still safe for YouTube or safe for social media. But we'll find out once I post the shorts and the clips and the video on YouTube, and then see if I'm removed.
For now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, thanks, Raj, man. Is there anything else you would like to say or do, or?
No, man. Appreciate you as always having me on, man. Appreciate you for plugging me up with the crew, helping out the Chaos crew with all the merch. Open door to you anytime you ever want to jump on Chaos. You just let us know and we'll set it up. But no, man, dope episode. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Thank you, dude, so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
And then you want to give any plugs where people can find you? I'll post it all.
Yeah, make sure you check us out, Conspiracy Chaos. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. Going to start doing 2 episodes a week. Our page is growing pretty quick here. I want to keep the content coming, good quality content. And going to do Tuesdays and Thursday morning drops. And we're going to also mix in, I did one a few weeks ago. I brought on COAD was on with some other podcasters in the conspiracy world. We're going to do like a chaos corner where we bring different people in and talk some current events or just some topics and chop it up. So conspiracy chaos.
It's awesome, man. Dude, thank you so much again, man. And it's been a pleasure. I'll have you on more often, I promise.
Oh yeah, man. Whenever you need someone to jump on, I'm down. Just let me know.
Cool. All right, you guys, you heard it. You saw it. You listened. We out. Deuce.